what a day. Right now, I'm currently in the mechanic area and it's actually really pretty. I will show you it right now. Hold on. I can't do much here, but I can appreciate the clouds, and I can appreciate that it's not superhuman. I can appreciate that it's not 99 degrees feeling outside anymore. Look at that background! Ah! I can appreciate that this is all part of the journey, because that's what everyone has been telling me. It's all part of the adventure, the journey. It is. I mean, to be honest, I'm going to remember all of these events. And it's going to help me remember each one and what happened every day and blah, blah, blah. And maybe I just need these cries in my life too. I don't think I've cried in like 6 months. So that's cool. But my tow truck guy, Chris, that you saw probably earlier, I think I'm going to put it earlier in the video, he was very kind and he was like, well, aren't you? And I'm like, look, I got a gun. That's what I told him. He's like, what do you have? And I told him and he goes, oh my gosh. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not kidding. Like, don't come after me. I will harm you with these bullets that come out of the gun. He's like, oh, have you ever heard of this? Because like, I'm a gun collector. And I was like, no. He goes, it's an anti-tank rifle. And I was like, oh my gosh, you would shred a human. He goes, yeah, they're not made for humans and you shouldn't use them on there. I was like, okay. And then he pulled it up on his cell phone and he showed it to me. And then he told me, I go, well, where can you shoot that? Because he goes, well, I can't shoot it in this state. The only state I can shoot this in is in Oklahoma. That's the closest one. And he goes, in every state that I travel with, like every different state that I travel with this weapon, he goes, I have to call them and tell them that I am shooting this for educational purposes. And they kind of laugh at him. He goes, but they don't realize I am trying to see how much steel this thing can bend. And he said he got this. I go, well, how did you get this? And he goes, well, it's not really hard to get a collector's gun collector thing, so you have to be like a gun collector in order to be able to purchase this and have ownership of this gun. I was like, oh, okay. And then he said, look, I'm going to give you this business card, and if the cops come knocking at your door, he's like, just give him this business card and say that, you know, you were dropped off by us and they work with us all the time, so you should be fine. And I was like, oh, okay. I also had the okay and the approval from the mechanic to stay here as well. So now I've got 2 backups if anything were to happen. I don't think it will. Like, I'm going to close her up. It's not like you can see. I'm going to have it open so people can see. So I just shouldn't walk around a lot so the neighbors can see or whatnot. I'll probably be closing her up a little bit earlier. I'm going to do some dishes because I do have some dishes to do. I'm going to actually use the shower, I think, tonight. I sweat so much today. Look at that sun. You see that sun? See? Like, sit, breathe, and just consume the things that are around you. I'm trying to sound all super awesome. Is it working? Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Oh man. So my dad gave me some stellar advice today, and he just reminded me that things like happen for a reason. And that like it's good to have this stuff happen now and not like, dude, I'm just looking at my hand whenever I move it and I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird. My hand looks so weird in this position. But like things happen like this for a reason, and I'm just so glad that right now everything that's happening, I'm not miles away from civilization
or I'm like stuck on a mountain, or like any of those really bad things you could think of that could happen, I'm glad that all my mishaps have been happening where there are mechanics available, locals available. Like today when I was driving little Luna, I was getting off this on-ramp, going up a hill, and all of a sudden you just heard her just screaming as loud as she can, and then right after that there was an off-ramp to a different location. And I took a right, found the Shell, parked there. I've never had an on-ramp so close to an off-ramp like that before. Normally you have to drive a farther distance, and this was barely even that. To me, that's just a sign that I'm being looked after. That all the prayers my dad asks for people to give are being received. I'm still looking at the hand. It's so funny, and I don't want to stop it because then you guys can just watch the hand as it's doing its thing. Oh, funny story about that. When I was young, I went on a missions trip. Right, I tried to be a ventriloquist once, it didn't work. But we had to be taught how to work with hand puppets, and whenever people talk the lesson, like how you would open the mouth, because the mouth never really opens like this, it would be like this, right? So we learned how to do hand puppets. We did a VBS out in Nova Scotia, Canada, and it was a lot of fun. I think kids are the best thing sometimes when they're not yours. But yeah, I think everything's just happening for a reason, and it's all part of the adventure. Even though I think this is like my third time failing. I don't know why I'm failing. More like little Luna is failing, but I still love her. She's still the one for me. I have the window open in the back. It's so nice. There's a nice breeze coming. I'm just waiting a little bit until I'm ready for bed. I think I'm going to shower. I hope I make you yawn with this. Okay, I think I'm done talking. As I grab for my boobs because I've been sweating so much, I just wanted to make sure they were done sweating. Females, if you've done this before, comment. Or if you don't want to comment, just nod your head while you're watching the video. So I was gonna say like or give me a thumbs up, but then I will know your booby sweat toucher, and you don't want that, so. Or unless you really do. Okay. Apparently I'm bored. I'm gonna get done with this. I have to charge this phone anyways. It's at 34%. And the sun's going down.